falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts are healed by faith. Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts are healed by faith. Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts are healed by faith. Now I believe. Oh, fire up. Oh, fire up. Oh, fire up. Oh, fire up, fire up, fire up. Now I believe there comes a time when everything just falls in line. We live and learn from our mistakes. The deepest cuts are healed by faith.
Jim, we ready to go? Welcome to ReneMarie's Stroke of Luck. Let's hear it for Jim, the back end. Nothing stops us, right, Jim? Nothing stops us. We had some technical difficulties. He crafted and he saved it to YouTube, and I saw he shared it on his page, and we're really good. So thank you for waiting for us. That's the wonderful thing about what we do is we don't give up, and we can continue in any moment. So thank you so much. Wow. We were just talking in the Zoom green room that it's been 8 years since our doing this show. I think we started in April, so I think April will be 9 years. So we'll reach our 9-year mark. So we're incredibly blessed to have had everybody in our lives and to make it to this point. It's just been, and I always say this, that Long Island is my second home, because Long Island has really been wonderful to me and my organization as we were growing and developing, and there's so many people to thank for that, and Judy is one of the main reasons that this show is what it is. So thank you so much, Judy. Everybody that knows you loves you, and you do such a great job, and we're so happy. And then we have Charlotte back. I'm going to let Bob, he was having some technical difficulties himself. There's his dog. But so we have Charlotte back. She's a member of our family, our Language of Love committee member, and we're so blessed. And joining us, we were delayed too, Bob, so have no fear, is Bob Kern.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Bob and I have begun singing. We just kind of fell into it, and it's people think we're married, so we're doing a good job. Same as Bobby Baby Walker and I when we used to sing, and Kathy used to call me his singing wife. So yeah. So Bob and I have been singing, and Jim, I want to show some of the slides that we're showing. Which one you showing first, Jim?
Let's see what I got here. Of the slides?
Yeah, the slides that I sent you, the photos that I sent you this morning about 20 minutes ago.
Yep. So what do we got here? We got the save the date one.
Save the date. Okay, so save the date is our tricky tray, which we're doing on April 18th. Diane Bromberg is doing an incredible job in leading the way. She's our New Jersey branch leader, and she is so wonderful. New Jersey senior
resources.
Yes, thank you, Judy. Senior Resources of New Jersey, and we just did show the Christmas one next. So that's the Language of Love fundraiser Tricky Tray. It is going to be incredible. They have 300 seats. They're planning on getting 150 to 200 gifts for Tricky Trays. I hope everybody from Long Island comes and joins us because it is going to be an incredible event. So we cannot wait. And Bob, of course, is going to be performing there and DJing as well. And then we have where Bob and I just did a senior holiday party. That was a blast to sing, and we just really had a great time singing. We did a lot of our standards, like Run Around Sue and My Guy and Feliz Navidad. Well, Feliz Navidad was a holiday one, and we actually sing Feliz Navidad in two ways. We sing it Have a Merry Christmas, but we also say Have a Happy Hanukkah because we want to make sure that everybody feels inclusive in our thought patterns. And show the last one, Jim. I think that's the Florida Orange fundraiser that we're doing. So if anybody wants, you could take it down, Jen, once I see it. But if anybody would like some Florida oranges, we did it last year. We did a great job. Though I ordered it myself to make sure the standard was good. It came right on time. The Florida oranges were wonderful. I always have loved I'm an orange lover, and I bought grapefruits. So it is incredible. So honestly, if you would like some Florida oranges, please purchase them. They are incredible. So we're here, and happy holidays to everybody. We are so blessed to in this moment in time. Life is a little crazy for everybody. We had to take a short break from the show to regroup. We had some personal health issues, various members of our staff and our team and our family members and stuff like that. So it's really a blessing to be able to be here. I have a close family member that just suffered a stroke. It's hard, and I think that when I see them, I remember what my purpose is, and they can't even speak, and they're in bed, and it's challenging, but it reminds me of my purpose, and it reminds me of how I can help those that have suffered strokes. And how being a stroke patient or survivor or family member, it brings me the knowledge of how I could help them to speak again. Maybe not in the same fashion, but Judy and I have spoken to aphasia patients many times. And one of the things that we try to say to them is, relax, take your time, don't pressure yourself, because when people that have aphasia feel they're trying to say something and they can't say it, and then they get frustrated, and that frustration hurts the thought patterns to be able to speak. That's why I really believe in the Adler's Aphasia Center in Maywood, because it gives everybody a trusted environment that's so loving that, you forget what's happened to you, and you kind of, work through the process of learning to speak again. And they do it through shows, and they do it through comedy, and they do it through music. And it really is a wonderful thing. So thank you to the Adler's Aphasia Center for all they do. Elaine Adler is a gift to
And I want to say that when talking to a person who has aphasia, and they're going to have a problem, say, well, just take it slow. I understand. And just take it at your own pace. I'm not going anywhere. I understand. And we care about you.
Yeah. So, Judy, you're the best. So I just want to introduce our two wonderful guests. Kathy Walker was supposed to join us today. Kathy and Bobby are honorary board members. They've had very severe health challenges. Bobby suffered 4 or 5 strokes. I've lost count. He's in a rehabilitation, and Kathy almost fell last night. She's had some very prominent conditions, heart conditions and knees and not being able to walk. So Kathy almost fell last night and she was unable to join us today, but they're in our prayers. And we actually have a video of Bobby and me singing. We're going to stream it at the end of the show, Jim, just so that's how we can kick off the show. But Bob, are you going to be able to sing today?
Yeah, we'll give it. I haven't got the backing stuff set up.
That's
I was
okay.
out last night pretty late at a job.
Okay. So you want to sing a cappella in a little bit?
Yeah, it depends.
Whatever
what it
you
is.
want to do, whatever you feel comfortable doing. This show is not about putting pressure on anybody. So, but we're gonna let Bob talk in a little bit. But we do want to bring Charlotte, because Charlotte this is about your third holiday show with us, the third or fourth one that you've done with us, and we want to catch up with you because I know you have some exciting stuff coming up. You have your book, you have your brother's book, you have your son's marriage and how we met. So tell us, catch us up on what you're doing.
Okay. Well, first of all, family members first, I guess, because in September, my son married his soulmate, and I am so thrilled that they found each other. They found each other through some very unusual circumstances. My son was always very active in his adventure racing, and most of that really was encouraged by my husband, who attended the Huntsman World Senior Games. And actually, my husband was initially brought into the Hall of Fame of the Huntsman World Senior Games. So he convinced my son, as soon as he was old enough to participate in the senior softball games. Well, this past year, my son married one of the girls on the team that he raced and adventure raced. And let's see if I can focus
You can
on
see it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I am so thrilled. She is such a lovely young lady and loving, and I am so happy that she's part of our family. Here's a picture of them on some sort of adventure that to me is a little scary, to be honest with you.
I'm not into that stuff. So yes, I totally agree.
Right. Recently, however, she just had perhaps a week and a half ago some major back surgery. So I appreciate all the prayers for Jenny. Jenny Ambrose is her name, and she could use a lot of prayers for her rehab, which is difficult.
Of course.
The other thing that is exciting to me, if I had had some champagne, I would have drank it at the library, because I was copying my book. And it's a 50-year goal I had. Of all things, I think back 50 years, wow. Well, I've been retired for about 30 years. And the last 20 years of my teaching, I realized that most people, well, not most, some people, but the people with the purse strings of education feel that the art classes are frills, maybe. We just draw with crayons and we're you're able to cut our budget and it doesn't matter. It does matter. And so in the Sparta area schools where I was employed in the art room that I loved, I developed an anonymous questionnaire asking my students at the end of each class semester to fill it out, just telling me how art has affected their lives, if they've earned money with their talent. And I assured them that I wouldn't even read these until after I retired. Well, as busy as life gets, I ended up where I had open heart surgery at the age of 80. And I decided that if I was ever going to get that box of questionnaires out and follow my plan, I needed to do it now. So to those of you who have those goals set for yourself, do it now. The dusting can wait. The organization, my daughter wasn't too happy with me, organization of my room or so. I put my nose to the grindstone and I went through those thoughts and comments of the student straight from their heart. And this is what I called it, heart and soul.
But that's so beautiful because the art is highlighted in that. And I love birds. I love birds, and I see the birds that are flying in there because a long time ago, when I first began on this journey, and I was like high on life, that I never did any drugs or anything, but I was high on life because I had a stroke and I survived the stroke, and I was like, I can do anything. And my a song that I loved was "I Believe I Could Fly," because I knew I soared. I wanted to, drive. I knew I eventually learned that I had to craft it and maneuver it and manifest it and tone it down a little bit so that I could get where I wanted to go, because people didn't understand my energy or my drive, or they didn't know I had a stroke, and I wasn't about to tell everybody. So I had to kind of craft how to maneuver that. But that's an incredible. I love the name. Heart and soul, and it's perfect. It's perfect.
Well, thank you. One of my students' pieces of artwork that I've included, if you'll notice, it's really a silk screen where I've duplicated it. And the comment that particular one is, winning for my art was really exciting and made me think about art as a career. So a lot of my students have utilized their talent, which is so dear to me, because if you're talented, you need to use it and you need to share it with the world. And I believe that that is what happens on this program, and encouraging people to take care of their health so that they can follow through and move forward with their goals.
And you know what? Another thing, Charlotte, is, you said that nothing should stand in your way. And even if something happens to you, you're still here on earth. You still have the possibility to make a difference. And maybe it's not in the fashion that you thought you were going to make a difference. Maybe your life has switched a little bit, but we can always make a difference. We can always impact. We can always live our dreams out. We can always do what we want to do. And in any circumstances, look at the beginning of the show. We had technical difficulties. Jim is wonderful. He figured it out. He crafted how to showcase this show today. It didn't go in the way that we usually did it, but he was able to do it. So, I love all you guys, and you're just amazing to me. So
I guess I'd like to share another page of the book. I sat down and as I was doing this, took note of all the places where the students talked about their influence of the arts on their earning power. And the title of that page is My Life Enriched by Art, Heart and Soul. And at the bottom, a student comment by a male 11th grader, because I don't know his name, but this is what he felt. I love to create my crafts that I do at home because it gives me a feeling of accomplishment.
Wow.
That is so touching. I mean, the comments of these students will blow you away. Yeah. Things that you never really think about that drawing with crayons will do.
Wow.
So I am just so thrilled that I persevered, and eventually I can have some champagne when I begin to distribute the book. Which
So when is it gonna be published?
well, I am really going to self-publish this unless I get funding, which perhaps I have reached out to a gentleman in Nebraska, actually, because I feel that I will reproduce the book at the libraries, really, and offer it to Michigan first, since that is where I reside. But maybe with the help of this gentleman in Nebraska or anyone out there who would feel that the arts are that important, that they would, perhaps cover the cost of just reproducing a creative book. And I'm going to attach it together with yarn, some very creative yarn that I don't want it to be a flashy, high quality print, but I want it to be down to earth and letting people know that a student said to ninth graders, art is, well, to me, it's school, it's everything. Another one, ninth grader, it helps develop the mind and soul to the rhythm and knowledge of many other things.
Right.
I named this before I even read this comment.
Wow.
So it tells you that these young people need to know how to think, not what to think.
Right.
Let them make those decisions and solve problems throughout their life, because we don't need robots in this world. We need people and young people who are comfortable in their mind and who will persevere and reach out to utilize that in the world. And I'm so proud that I was able to be part of their journey.
And this book is bringing together all your years as your legacy, to really leave it so that people could see the work that you did. But not only that, but when you're not here, because we are all going to not be here one day, you'll still make a mark on people reading that book. You'll still make a mark on reading that book. That is an incredible. So Charlotte, we'll get back to you to read your brother's book. But let's let Bob chime in a little bit. So Bob,
Sure.
So be honest.
Yeah.
How is it singing with me?
Excuse me? What was that, Renee?
How is it singing with me? Tell everybody how crazy I am.
Oh yeah, well we do a good job. It's a natural combination, and when we do some of those cutesy boy and girl songs, apparently we're pretty convincing, because as you said, somebody came up and said, "What? How long have you guys been married?" or something like that. Are you guys married? So.
Yeah. You know what I saw?
Blast.
I saw a song yesterday we should do, Sonny and Cher. What's the song that they do?
I Got You, Babe.
I Got You, Babe.
Yeah.
That's a great song. But it was good. It was, and Diane, let's talk about Diane, how supportive she is in that world for us, because she just drives it.
Yeah.
And then Nate, right? Nate came and performed with us, and he's part of that family as well. And he just does incredible work.
Nate was great. He created so much excitement out there in that room. Well, you have a clip of Nate we can show later, maybe too?
I don't, but I could post it later on.
I post a picture of him so people.
Yeah. We actually showed it in the first one when we showed, but I could post it later on. I
post a picture of him. Has Charlotte ever seen Nate?
We actually showed it in the first one when we showed, but I could post it later on. I didn't.
Who
Who
has
has
their
their?
Charlotte? You
Yeah,
ever
someone
seen
has
it?
their showed it in the first one when we showed, but I
yeah.
could post it later on. Is it on Facebook?
Charlotte?
Yeah, someone has their. Did you have Facebook on, Bob?
No.
I was hearing reverb. Okay, it's okay. It's done.
No, but I do want to
That's
do we get a couple of seconds. I want to do a sound check and see if I can cast my audio and
Okay,
have it come out of my
let's
television.
go. This is we're winging it today as we're just we're using the arts and crafts of our abilities. So
All right, this will take us just like a second. So
yeah. And Jim, why don't you join us live on the
Boom.
but
No, I'm saying put your face on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Put your beautiful face on the screen. So Bob is going to test out his. Listen, everybody knows last minute I always throw things in, right? Right, Jim? Jim is so used to me. And Bob's good too. Bob said to me the other day when we were performing, and this crowd from the minute we kicked off started dancing. And we had like a show set up. And eventually you get to the dancing. But these people wanted to, so Bob's like, run around Sue, and I had to change it. And I'm like, oh my God. And we did it. We did it without any missteps.
okay. Can you hear that?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, that's the wrong.
Let's welcome Jim. Let's welcome Jim to the screen.
Hold on.
Then Judy, you usually have poems, right?
I'm gonna try to sing a song.
Oh.
I think it's going to work, you guys. Are you ready?
Yeah, we were born ready, remember?
That's right. Yeah, we were born ready. And then later on that night, I was watching TV and somebody said that same exact thing. Here we go.
Oh, I love this song.
It's impossible. Tell the sun to leave the sky. It's just impossible. It's impossible. Ask a baby not to cry. It's just impossible. Can I hold you closer to me and not feel you going through me? Split the second that I never think of you. Oh, how impossible. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Wonderful.
It's impossible. It's where the ocean to the shore. It's just impossible. If I had you, could I ever ask for more? It's just impossible. And tomorrow, should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love is just impossible. Can the ocean keep from rushing to the shore? It's just impossible. If I had you, could I ever want for more? It's just impossible. And tomorrow, Should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love, it's just impossible. Impossible. Oh, impossible. Seems to have worked, huh?
Wonderful.
Is that the song that Andrew did, Judy? I think
I
that's
don't
the song he did.
recall.
I think he did it on our one of our telethons. I think.
He sings so many songs. I
know. That's
can't
incredible.
tell you where it was.
That's incredible. Set yourself up to do another one, Bob. Judy, you said you were gonna sing a
Yeah,
song.
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm not a singer, but I'm gonna give it a try.
I'm gonna do my two standards, my Oh Holy Night and
I'm going to do when it's my turn. I'm going to do one that I just learned last week. I mean, it's a song I used to do, but I just kind of brought it back into my repertoire last week. So
good. And then we'll have Charlotte read a little bit of her brother's book because that's what she did last time. And
nice.
How has he had many sales? Has he done well on the sales?
He has. He told me that he was actually signing the books. So, either book, My Art and Soul and Santa Gets the Flu, they can contact maybe this program and you'll forward it on to us. And
absolutely. If you could send me your cover, a photo of your cover, so that we could, because I didn't have a photo. Now I have a photo of your brother's book. I need a photo of your cover.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't think did you send it to me?
No, I didn't.
No, I don't think you did. Okay, Judy, this is a premiere. Wait. Jim, introduce Judy. Go ahead.
Well, wait, I need to get set up.
You gotta
hear a little background music.
You gotta highlight you. Jim, go ahead. You do it.
And here we are with the one and only Judy Marlow. Let's hear it, Judy.
Thank you. I will give this a try. No, him is to love him. Just to see him smile makes my life worthwhile. To know him is to love him, and I do. I bring love to him. I'd be good for him. Everybody says there'll come a day when I walk alongside of him. Oh, that's to know him, is to love him, and I do. Yes, I do.
Yes.
All right.
That's good,
That was
Judy.
good.
How blind can he be? Someday he'll see that he was meant for me. To know him is to love him. Just to see him smile makes my life worthwhile. To know him is to love him, and I do. Yes, I do.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
I got 2 sentences out of order, but
Nobody's gonna know. And they wouldn't have known unless you told us. You have
It's
to
so
learn.
hard.
What's
So heartfelt too. I loved it.
Yes, you see, Judy and Andrew both sing from such a
Yes.
heartfelt place.
well, he's got a good voice. I don't know about me.
Oh, you know what? In my world, I don't think it's so much it's not your off pitch. It's just you
Right.
have your unique sound. And when you sing with love and you sing from your heart, it comes across. You don't so much listen to the voice so much. You're engaged in the whole performance. So
You know, I
do it
used to
very
be in the
well.
Glee Club in the choir.
Right.
And I remember one day when the teacher was angry at the group and said, everybody's going to have to sing alone. And I didn't think I could do it because even when I tried out, she had to play the piano. And I said, Miss LaFay, oh, and she said, if you request the piano, you're going to get a 0. And several people sang, and one wanted the piano, and she got a 0, and down the road. And then I got up and I said, Miss LaFay, if you want me to sing, you must play the piano. And with the piano, I was able to sing the song. And she said something that was outrageous. She said, oh, I finally heard a good voice. And I said, something's wrong with her. She thinks my voice.
No, she was doing the same thing that we had shared. You know, it's not so much. I mean, if you think about a lot of performers,
They all use auto tune and they all use filters when they sing. Most of them can't sing either. I mean, they just.
And wait, was it like Joe Crocker? Joe,
Oh,
what's his
great.
name? Bob.
Joe Crocker?
He's great.
Yeah, like he didn't have a good voice. Like if you're talking about a voice quality, he didn't have a great voice, but his
Passion.
song molded into the song. Yeah,
You know,
it's just-
that's how I feel, but I have a philosophy about it. I don't really refer to myself as a singer, surprisingly enough. I refer to myself as a vocalist because I don't have any formal training in singing and everything like that. But like you said, it comes from the heart, it comes from the soul, and it comes out in my own style. So I guess maybe something like vocal stylist would be more appropriate, but you know, you can't go around telling me I'm a vocal stylist. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bob, I just think you're an entertainer. You're a personality. You're an entertainer.
It's just general entertainment.
Yeah.
And let me ask you guys something, especially you, Jim. When I just did that last song, was the instrumental backing present?
Yep.
It was good. It was
Pretty
perfect.
good blend because I can't hear it on my side. You know.
Oh, it's
Sound
perfect.
great.
Wait until you hear it back. It's perfect.
Great.
So I'm gonna sing "Oh Holy Night" because that's a very important song to me.
Okay.
And then we'll let Charlotte read a little bit, and then Bob could sing another song, and then Judy, you don't have any because you usually
No,
have.
but I'd like to hear you and Bob sing together.
You know what? We can't do
Yeah.
it via Zoom because
It's hard on here.
there's delay.
Yeah.
There's a delay.
Okay.
So I don't want it to sound a little moshy.
Yeah.
Moshy. Where did I come up with that word?
That's a good word.
I've
Moshy.
heard that word before.
That's how you feel after a mosh pit.
Yeah,
Moshy.
yeah. And I always use my mic when I sing because it's just.
I didn't know you wanted me to do poems. I would have prepared for that, but
I don't know when we do the next show. That's all. I didn't tell you before. The same way I sent photos to Jim. So
That's a nice idea. Maybe on the next show, everybody can bring a favorite poem or a poem that they wrote or something, and we can share that.
yeah.
oh, can I just tell you something before you sing? Years ago, I had an English teacher.
That's Renee. That's too loud.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is a night of our dear Savior's birth.
new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Let's sway to the music.
Nice. We needed that.
Here we go. Can you hear it? Can you hear the music?
Yes.
Everybody out there sway. Here we go. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder reigns a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine.
Nice. That's great, Renee. And it
Bob.
blows my mind how good you are at sustaining those long notes. You know,
Oh.
takes practice. You have to know when to grab that breath.
And you know what I've also learned, Bob? You can't push.
No, you can't
You
push.
can't push. You gotta let it.
One of the most,
Wow.
one
You
of
gotta
the
use
best
your
tips
air, my mother would say.
one of the best tips I got from anybody about singing is don't push it, don't rush it. And it happened when I was with a band and I was singing My Girl, and I came out, I got sunshine on it. And he said, no, relax it. You got sunshine. You're nice and relaxed. Take it easy. It's more like, I got sunshine on a cloudy day, you know.
I learned that from Bobby Baby Walker. Because
Oh, yeah.
because of my stroke, I was so excited about life. I wanted to get everything out. And
Yeah.
Bobby was very laid back. So I kind of learned from him to go slow. like he taught me that, and I'd watch his tempo. Like he would work with me to learn how to do it.
It affects you positively in so many aspects when you do something like that, because you get all relaxed. Well, when we're performing, there's a nervousness, there's a little tension that comes up, and it can tend to raise our voice a little bit and make our voice sound a little higher, and it can tend to make us rush through it. And just yeah, just the relaxing of it, just woo, just get
Yeah.
loose.
So, Jim, tell us a little bit about your daughter. I know she's the
Oh,
joy of your life.
please.
So, how old is she? And actually, I know Judy still has the Mickey Mouse. No, the Mickey Mouse, because I have the Minnie Mouse, and I just took it out yesterday. Right?
No, you have Mickey Mouse.
Oh, it was no. I'm sorry. It was Judy that gave it to us. She gave.
Yeah.
No, I have Minnie Mouse. I have Minnie. I'll bring it down and show you. I have Minnie.
Okay, I
in
believe
this
you.
day and
I
age,
don't
you
remember,
can't
but,
say whether it's a he or she.
Jim, which one does
You're gonna
Jennifer
ask. You're
have?
gonna ask me that.
I think she has Mickey.
She's
I
got
think
Mickey.
She definitely has Mickey. She definitely has Mickey.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
I got Minnie. For my grandchildren.
Yeah, so she just turned 6, and I swear that she is as smart as I am. She was reading at 5, and she can read. She was reading out of the Bible the other day.
Oh my
for her
God,
Bible
that's
study.
wonderful.
Jennifer normally reads it to her, and she goes, I can read this, Mom. And she just started reading it. And even words that she didn't know, I would say, sound it out. And it'd be like 3 different words, and she'd sound it out, and she'd get it. So
Wow.
it's just amazing
She's
what they
very
teach
smart.
kids these days. I don't remember reading in kindergarten and 1st grade.
No,
No. And,
I don't remember either. I don't
She's such
remember
a
either.
good-hearted person. She really has a great heart. I mean, it's amazing that she must be an old soul because she just knows,
She's beautiful. She's
And she's
beautiful. And
beautiful,
someday she's going to be a famous model or
I was
movie.
just thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
She's so
she's a
and
poser.
not-
She poses.
and not only her looks, but she's got the personality.
Yes.
Well, she actually poses for a picture, so she'll be like, she'll put the
Yes, yes.
she'll
I
do
noticed
the hands and the legs. She'll put her leg the right way and be like, she's funny. But I know why people like grandchildren now, because it's not that you can send them home or anything like that. It's that you appreciate them more, and everything she does, I see. Whereas when I was younger, my older kids, I didn't see them as much because I was worried about myself at that age, 25 years old.
And you had to survive at that age.
Yeah, I
You
was
didn't
trying
know
to
the
buy a
value.
house. I was trying to work 40 hours a day, So it's just great. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I recommend
we're
it to
happy
anyone.
for you. We're happy for you.
Thank you.
So, Charlotte, read us a little bit of your brother's book, and then we'll have Bob sing.
All right. Before I read that little bit of that, I'd like to share that every Thanksgiving I watch the parade, Macy's Day.
Oh my God!
Wow.
And as it comes across on my television, I add to my work.
Wow.
And I thought you would like to see that.
That's
beautiful.
Oh, yes.
So I'm so thankful that I
Oh,
have that artistic ability
That's
to
amazing.
help my students, but I'm active as well. And this particular book is called Santa Has the Flu. It's written by my brother and his girl, my brother Brad Werner and Marty Tucker. They put their minds together and their Christmas joy together to talk about Santa's perseverance. Santa got the flu in her book and was worried that he wasn't going to fulfill his job to help the young people in the nation. And the book is illustrated so wonderfully. Actually, they did ask me to illustrate it at first, and with open heart surgery, I wasn't quite ready.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy they found a really great artist. And here's mid-book, after Santa's worried about not fulfilling his job. Santa chuckled as he did, and he didn't want to end up back in bed. Mrs. Claus brought Santa a stool for his feet. Would you like something warm to eat? Oh no, breakfast was enough for me. Maybe a cup of peppermint tea.
Nice.
That sounds good. Maybe I'll have one too. We can sit together, just me and you. A quiet moment for us to share. Mrs. Claus lovingly touched Santa's silken white hair. Santa stretched as he muffled a little yawn. You know, I'll miss you while I'm gone. And maybe one more page here, because Santa and Mrs. Claus ended up getting off that chair and finally thinking that they can send him off to do his job. And eventually, Santa called out, a Merry Christmas to all, and all a good night.
I love it. I love it.
That's so good. I love that book. That's a great book. That's a great book.
Charlotte, allow me
Yeah.
to make a comment on your
Reading
picture
abilities.
that you
Oh.
sent. On the one you sent up, it's reminiscent. The one that you did. I'm not a art student, but it reminds me of what I've heard about, what I've seen and heard about Pablo Picasso's Cubism and Cubist type of thing. I mean, it's just me, but I see something reminiscent to that school of art. It's very good, very
Yeah.
amazing.
She's
Thank
amazing. She is amazing.
If
We're going to have you sing in 1 second, but I do want to show Papa Joe's video. Papa Joe is a pastor who plays the accordion, and accordion is very important in my life because my uncle Sal used to play the accordion. So it really does bring back wonderful memories to my life, especially around the holidays. So I saw he did the Italian Christmas song. Wow, I forget what it's called. We'll listen to it. We'll listen to it. So it's only 2 minutes. So if Jim could play it, and then Charlotte, you wanted to say something before I chimed in?
I do. I was just going to take a real quick moment, because not only did I receive a email from a 60-year-old student who's a grandfather. He said he had a dream, and this was just a day ago. And he said the dream was that he should write to me a post of appreciation. And so he talked about that when he was brought to my art class so many years ago by another teacher to meet me, he said, I immediately allowed him to join the class. And he said, I had no idea the blessing that it would become. He said, you quickly became my favorite teacher of all time and my encourager. And he said, the things you taught me, which is so dear to my heart, things you taught me are still echoing in my mind whenever I do artsy things and even create my music. He's a musician too. He said, he talked about gratitude and so on. He said, I have been inspired by you. And I believe that sometimes you just have to show gratitude to people who mean so much to you. Thank you for being everything you are in my life, and you will always have a place in my heart.
That's perfect.
What a gift he's given
Wow.
me.
That's perfect.
All
That is
wrapped
a
in
gift.
love.
That's perfect. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. That
Name
was
is Ned Rouse, by the way.
wow. That's
Sparta
awesome.
Schools.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I know, like, I have a lot of friends that annually they write a general letter to everybody about their year and how grateful they are, and they send it out to everybody, just to really make sure they touch everybody at this time. This is really an important season because we do reflect. It starts off with Thanksgiving, which is a great kickoff to the holiday, whether it's Hanukkah or Passover or any other holiday that you share. But it starts off with gratitude, and that's what we all need to have. It doesn't matter what color, it doesn't matter what sexuality, it doesn't matter what faith, it doesn't matter. it doesn't matter. We're all one. We're all one, and we should all love one another and respect one another and really be kind to one another, you know. So thank you so much for sharing that. Jim, show the Papa Joe. Listen to this. I think they'll be able to listen to it. And then Bob, you ready to go when we get back?
Sure.
Okay.
For those who are Italian, an Italian song. Santa's got a brand new friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey, you never see him kick. Santa visits his paisan with Dominic, he will be, because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Whoa, jiddly jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, it's Dominic the donkey. Jiddly jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, Italian Christmas donkey. La, 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 la. With jingle bells around his neck and prests on his sled. Hey, look at the mayor's derby on top of Dominic's head. A pair of shoes for Louis and a dress for Josephine. The labels in the inside say they're made in Brooklyn. Whoa, jiddly-jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, it's Dominic the donkey. Jiddly-jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, Italian Christmas donkey. La, 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 la. Whoa, jiddly-jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, Italian little donkey. Jiddly-jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, the Italian Christmas donkey. La, 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 la. First verse one more time. Santa's got a brand new friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey, you never see him kick. When Santa visits his paisan with Dominic, he will be, because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Oh, jiddly-jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, Italian little donkey. Jiddly-jing, hee-haw, hee-haw, the Italian Christmas donkey. La, 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 la. Yeah!
Thank you, Papa Joe. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Wow.
Isn't he good? He's very and he's engaging. You really, you know, love to follow him. So Bob, you ready?
I'm ready. I am going to have to just turn my back to you guys for 1 second while I get oriented here. It seems like Impossible is the theme of the morning for me. So here's another song about possibilities. Oh, wow. No, this isn't doing it for me. Hold on. Let me start that over. I gotta get my, here we go.
This technology that we all deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I gotta cast this out to my TV. And see what happens.
Miracles.
There we go. Start it over from the top. It's a dream, the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, and to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, sore and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to fight the unbeatable foe, to reach the unreachable star. Trying to hold that note just like you do, Renee.
We don't all have to do the same thing. We all have our gifts. We all have our gifts. That's wonderful. So we're going to start to wrap up the show because I know we're a little bit over because of the delay in starting it. So I want to just sing the final song, which is always what's the name of that song? I'm just drawing a blank. Oh, I just closed out my system. Now it's running already. Anyway, so I'll let you know what it is in 2 seconds. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. That's what it is, because that speaks the volumes. That speaks the words that I really want to leave a message to everybody. And that's, as much as we entertain, as much as we love to be together and all that kind of stuff, and do this show, it really is important to leave a message at the end. And this really speaks volumes to me. But before we go, I really want to, of course, thank Judy for everything you've done in 2022. You wing it, like you wing it with me, and everybody's got to wing it with me because I kind of fly.
There are surprises from time.
Yes. Like the poems today, I just, but everybody also knows that if we could do it, we could do it. If we can't, we can't. And we move on and we do something else. That's what life's about. I believe Kathy even said it to me. Life, because I said this when my father was in the hospital, life is about plan B, not plan A. Life is about plan B. You can't really, always depend on plan A. So, and I'm sure we all have the same feelings in life about that. So, Charlotte, we are so happy you're okay after your heart surgery and you're back, and we're blessed to have you a part of our family. When you get your book, you come on the show, send me the copy of the cover. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Bob, we're just in the beginning of working together, and it's going to be so exciting, all the ventures we have. So we're really blessed. And Jim, you do an incredible job in the back end. Nobody knows how difficult it is to operate a show like this, and there's technology always something comes up with technology.
That's why we always have a plan B.
Yep. So today's plan B was going to YouTube and Jim sharing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to sing because I know Jim has to run. But Jim, when I finish singing, if you could just show a short clip of Bobby's and my performance, just to get Bobby there, maybe a minute or so. the video, and then you could stream out to the ending, and we should be out by 10. Is that okay? Is that okay with you? All that? Okay.
And thanks, Jim, in case I don't see you.
Happy holidays, Bob.
Well,
And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to
Merry
all of
Christmas.
you and to our entire audience.
Likewise, yes.
God bless.
technology.
Mhm.
Here we go. Here we go. Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas presents are here to stay, bringing joy that will last. Here we go. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let the heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of the old. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Yeah, have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a blessed, 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 blessed day. We're almost done, Jim. Here we go. Please join me. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. This is the truth. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Yeah, have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Let's blow our kisses. 1, 2, 3. God bless everybody. Happy holidays.
God bless you all.
That's okay. Go right into the ending. We'll blow our kisses again.
Mi amor, yo no entiendo por qué tú más que nadie sabes qué pasó en mi vida. Yo no sé qué tú piensas, yo no sé lo que haré, yo no sé lo que estoy perdiendo, yo no sé lo que va a pasar. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti, no me puedes oír llorar. El día que caminaste por la puerta, todas las memorias fueron. Mi corazón está vacío, como si tuviera ayer. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. Mi corazón está sufriendo. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. No me puedes oír llorar. You will get upset. Usted está en mi sueño por la noche. Por favor, no peleemos. Y es tan difícil para mí y para ti. Yo, ¿qué puedo hacer? No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. Mi corazón está sufriendo. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. No me puedes oír llorar. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. Mi corazón está sufriendo. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. No me puedes oír, no me puedes escuchar. No me puedes escuchar llorar, llorar. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. Mi corazón está sufriendo. No me puedes escuchar llorar solo sin ti. No me puedes oír llorar. Metal feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls of boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say